Hello everyone and welcome. The other day I did a video at Boston Lobster Feast, and after I did the video I had showed the lobster car in the video, but I thought to myself, this lobster car is world famous and it deserves a video all by itself. So here I am today with the video of the Boston Lobstermobile, world famous. Stay tuned, here you go. So like I was saying, folks, this is the world famous Lobstermobile. Now this location that I'm at right here is the one on International Drive. The other day I did the video, you could look it up on my channel, of Boston Lobster Feast. But this is in a world famous vehicle, and you could actually rent this vehicle out for weddings, for occasions. And this is a street worthy vehicle. It's a Volkswagen Bug, and as everyone knows, they stopped making the Volkswagen Bug last year in 2019. But just to walk around of this vehicle, it's totally incredible. There's actually 4 of them in existence. Now, they have 2 of them at this location. The other one's up the street there. I'll show you that one. But just to give you a walk around, this, folks, is the most photographed lobster in the entire world. It is an 800-pound lobster that's 20 feet long, that's custom made to fit onto this Volkswagen. And this lobster was created by a guy called Scott Freeland, who actually lives here in Florida. He does all kinds of fabrications for theme parks and for special cars like this. So if you need a special car like this, which I'm thinking about getting when we do the Waffles Foundation eventually, who knows, maybe we can get a grant for it. I think it'd be a great advertisement. But it's an amazing thing, folks, because this is actually a street-worthy vehicle. Now, the license plate for this is Me Icon. It's a Florida plate. And so you'll see this vehicle driving up and down International Drive, driving up and down 192, all over the place. And it's incredible because this vehicle, this lobster, can withstand hurricane winds and rains. So that lobster's not going to be going anywhere. So the original lobster car is actually in a museum, in a maritime museum up in Maine. And they requested it. It was, the original lobster car was designed back in 1998. And they used to, people who own Boston Lobster Feast, they used to go around with a 14-foot lobster like on a pickup truck. And they used to go to like the hotels all around here, because as anyone knows who's been to Florida, we're in the midst of all the local hotels and International Drive, and everything is around here. We're right next to the Castle Hotel right there. But what they did was they used to go around with this 14-foot lobster. And then when they started making the Volkswagen Beetle again, back in 1998, the owner of Boston Lobster Feast said, you know, it has to be, everyone says lobsters are bugs, but they're not. But he said, it has to be a bug. So they decided to get a Volkswagen 1998. The original car, which is in that museum, there was 10 cars that came to Orlando. That was one of the original 10 first that came to Orlando. And they were able to secure one of the first ones through a company called BLF. But if you look at this vehicle, it's incredible. As I say, it's street worthy. You could actually rent this out like I was telling you. And oftentimes you'll see it driving up and down International Drive. I do have some footage of it driving up and down and around, so I will include this at the end of the video. But I just thought it was really cool to do this video. It's something very different, and it's a true icon of the Orlando area. And like I say, folks, this is just something that is amazing. Maybe one day I'll go for a drive in it, who knows. And let me show you. Right over there is the second vehicle. That's Lobstermobile number 2. Let's go over to that one and just see what the plate says on that one. Because I know, like I said, this one is the Icon one, and I think the other one says Lobstar, but let's go. Yeah, so it is, folks. It is Lobstar. This is the second lobster vehicle. So you have the 2 vehicles here, and then you have the one in 192 on that Lobster Feast, and then you have the one over in the museum. But this is the outside of Lobster Feast. It's really incredible. This is an amazing vehicle, folks. I mean, what's really incredible, I think, about this is you can't really notice it from here, is that when they open up the door, when you sit inside, the legs actually, see, like on the top right here, that's a separate part, and it's done so well by that studio that when they open up the door, it's seamless, and that whole thing opens up and you're able to drive this. So like I say, it's a street legal vehicle 100% of the way. So who knows, maybe one day we'll rent that out just for some fun. There's a little decal there for the Boston Lobster Feast. And as you can see, it's a standard Volkswagen on the inside and out. Look at the size of those claws, just to give you a little perspective. I mean, I don't think they have a name for him. It's funny. This is their logo. That might be a good idea for them if they're watching. But look at the size of this guy. He's huge. Like I said, 20 feet long, 800 pounds. That's one heck of a Maine lobster, I'll tell you. So in more ways than one, he's the Maine lobster here in Orlando. And as I was telling you folks, really amazing to come out and see. And there it is, the one and only iDrive shuttle. We're here on iDrive. Like I said, great big shout out to my son Matt. We just did the lobster car. See if we can get a wave out of the driver. There we go. A wave and a beep.